Right, after we've added the name and address to the footer, we'll go on to the next part of task 2, which is task 2A. Annabelle charges each customer for insurance. The charge depends on the age of the customer. If the customer's age is less than 25, the daily insurance is £4, otherwise it's £3. Use a spreadsheet function to enter the daily insurance for each customer. It says use a spreadsheet function, so it doesn't tell us specifically which one to use, but there's a big clue in the line above. If the customer's age is less than 25. So if it starts with if, you're pretty sure that it's an if function. And you can prove that if you go further along the line, if the customer's age is less than, now that could be is more than, is greater than, or is equal to any of those keywords, and you've got an if statement. Again, this whole line more or less reads how the if statement would work. If the customer's age, that could be something like D2, is less than 25, daily insurance is £4, otherwise it's £3. The pound sign we don't need to type into the equation, that can be done via the formatting. So they're not likely to tell you, well, they're not going to tell you it's an if statement, and they may not even say it's a function. They might just say calculate the daily insurance. But if your line has got the words if at the beginning and somewhere in the middle is less than or is greater than, then you can be 100% sure it's an if statement. So let's go back to our sheet here. Daily insurance is this one, so that's F2. The age is C2. So you can type just the if statement straight in, and then it will tell you, it will go bold on which one you have to add in. But most people, and we've been doing it mostly with pressing the FX button, the insert function, finding an if function, the logical test. That is the bit that says the age is less than 25. So click on the age. If it's less than 25, you put in the less than symbol. Imagine the V symbol falling on its side. So imagine if the V was facing forward, the letter V was facing forward, and it fell forward to lay on its side. That would be the less than sign. If it's greater than, imagine the V symbol falling backwards and laying on its side. That would be the greater than sign. If they had asked for less than or equal to, or if they had said 25 or less, we would have had to put the equal sign in as well. So it would have to be less than followed by the equals sign. But in this occasion they've just said less than 25, so we just put in the less than symbol. So it should read C2 less than 25. If that's the case, the insurance is 4, otherwise it's 3. Again, don't need to add the pound signs, that will only mess it up in this instance. Check there's no red writing around there, check if it's okay and hit OK. And then copy it down or replicate it down. I double clicked on the little blue, but you can drag it. And so that looks okay, it has changed, it's under 25, so that's £4, it's over 25, yeah, so that has worked, you can see. Right, they've asked us now to prove that we've done this if function correctly. In the evidence box, they've asked us for a printout of the rentals worksheet showing the formula you used. Now this particular exam is a little bit annoying. The next task they ask you to do, in this case a VLOOKUP, and then they ask you to print out the formula again, then they ask you to do some more maths, then they ask you to print out the formula again, and it'd be a lot easier if you just left it until that stage and then printed it all out on one page, you'd see the lot. But it's really important that you do whatever the exam tells you to do in the order that it's asked you to do it. Regardless of how illogical or wrong it seems, doesn't matter, follow their word like law. So, they want us to do a printout of the rentals worksheet. The important point here is this formula is not truncated. If a formula is truncated, it means you wouldn't be able to read the whole line. all of the text, all of the numbers that wouldn't be visible. That's usually the case because the column width is not wide enough, so you can't read a whole lot. It's an easy thing to fix, but it's also an easy thing to miss. And now you may have all of your functions 100% correct, but if they can't read it all, they won't give you the points. And formulas and functions usually take a lot of points. So double check that, triple check it. Simple enough to do. We can go to the Formula tab, ribbon, and across to Show Formulas. If you hover over it, you see there's a keyboard shortcut, which is the Control and the Grab, which I tend to use. But there we go, that's moved everything down. All of this stays the same, but where we had values in there, we have now got functions. That you can read all of that, so it's not truncated. But if it was like that, that's truncated. They can't read the whole function formula. So just double click. To be fair, we could have. That's okay. As long as you may have to do some movement to get it to fit onto one page. But the important thing is you can read all of the formula. Now go to File, Print. And that's okay, that's all on one page. We've still got our footer from when we put it on earlier. The important thing here is for formulas, you won't get the points to display formulas if you haven't got the column and row headings displayed. A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. In the marking paper, they will be asked to check that F13 has if C13 greater than 2543 in it. Now, they're not going to work out, they're not going to sit there and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, down to 13. And if it's not made it easy for them, they potentially won't mark it. Remember, the marker may have 100 papers to do, and to make any money, he's going to do them in half hour, whatever it is. So we need to make it clear and easy for the marker to see exactly what needs to be marked. Now, sometimes, like this particular exam, it was already on for us, the row and column headings. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. I'll show you how to switch it on and off shortly. When we're printing off data, we turn it off, but for formula, it must be on. So if everything else is okay, you can check that, and then hit print, and then I would then check over your print paper. Things do come out different on paper. Once you're happy with it, we'll move on. And to move on, it's handy to turn the show formulas off again. Unfortunately, we have to resize things just to make it so you can read it, so you don't make mistakes. And then we're ready to go on to the next task. The next task, and the subject of the next video, is how to do a VLOOKUP. Please let me know in the comments of any subjects that you want me to cover. And if you have any questions, put them down in the comments and I'll try and get back to you as soon as I can. If you're studying for your ICT Functional Skills exam, then please subscribe so you can be notified on the uploading of every video. I hope the video was some use, and thanks for watching.